After a long and exhausting day of ruling Ayodhya, Prince Rama decides to use his divine powers in time travel to the city of Angkor, which is the capital city of the Khmer Empire. The year is 1186 CE. When he arrives in Angkor, Prince Rama encounters King Jayavarman VII at the Ta Prohm Temple. King Jayavarman VII was born in 1125 CE and ruled Angkor from 1181 to 1219 CE. Jayavarman VII was widely known for his achievements such as expanding the Khmer Empire, constructing new temples, and building sturdy stone roads. Who is this standing here at the Ta Prohm Temple? He looks like any ordinary person, yet he wears traditional Cambodian royal dress. Could he be a king?
Oh, hello there. My name is King Jayavarman VII, and I come in peace. As king, I have met many different people, but I have never met a person with blue skin before.
I understand that the color of my skin can take one aback. However, there's really a simple explanation. I am the incarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu. May I ask what brings you out to the Ta Prohm Temple today?
I am here today to worship the goddess Parjamamitma. As a Buddhist king, it is my job to lead my people by example and to fulfill my religious obligations.
Oh, I see you are here on very important and noble business. Can you please tell me something about the Ta Prohm Temple?
I would be honored to share my humble knowledge with you, Your Majesty.
Could you be so kind to tell me something about the construction of the Ta Prohm Temple? It is such a beautiful structure that has always caught my eye.
It would be my pleasure. The Ta Prohm Temple was built in 1186. While the building of the temple was just finished this year, it took many years to build such a magnificent structure. 12,000 workers were required to complete the task. As you can see, Prince Rama, the temple features many Buddhist images such as the head of the four faces. The head of the four faces symbolizes meditation and the four mothers of the Buddha. I am very proud of this temple, Prince Rama, because it was built to honor my mother.
Oh, how fascinating. Maybe I should consider building a temple that I could dedicate to my own mother or even my wife, Princess Sita. If you don't mind me asking, could you please explain about the culture and how the lives of ordinary citizens are connected to the temple?
I would love to. First, it is important to understand the cultural aspects of this sacred temple. The temple is a Mahayana Buddhist temple. People from the city of Angkor come here to worship and receive divine help from the Bodhisattvas. Additionally, the temple serves as a learning center for the city where people can come to increase their knowledge in areas such as religious studies, the law, and politics.
Wow, that is so impressive, King Jayavarman. I am curious to hear about the connections between the temple and the citizens of Angkor.
Of course, citizens not only come here to worship, but also to work. Thousands of citizens this year alone have signed up for temple maintenance duties. These duties would include temple renovation and other tasks. These jobs provide good salaries for the workers and benefit the overall economy of Angkor. Within this temple, the complex, the peasants are said to be somewhat uncomfortable and are often required to make mosquito nets from organic materials. I understand that these conditions are not ideal, but I believe they are necessary in order for an individual to attain enlightenment. I completely agree with you. Although I am not a Buddhist myself, I recognize how we must endure certain hardships. I think these hardships strengthen our character. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak with you today, and I hope to
cross paths with you again in the future. We will now transition to the next scene. After Prince Rama's visit to the Top Ram temple, he decided to travel to the Angkorian capital city of Angkor Thom. The year is now 1200 CE. When he enters the city, Prince Rama once again encounters King Jayavarman VII. King Jayavarman VII is thrilled because he considers this city to be one of his greatest achievements. Also, this city complex is one of the latest and most advanced architectural projects of his day, and would be one of the last ones before the fall of Angkor in the 15th century. King Jayavarman VII, what a pleasure it is to see you again, my friend. I was hoping if we could meet again and talk once more. Oh, I am glad to see you too, and of course we can talk, Your Majesty. How wonderful it is to see you here in Angkor Thom. This is a special place that holds many memories for me. Could I impose upon you once again to ask you a few questions about this great place known as Angkor Thom? Of course, my time is yours. Could you tell me about an important event that happened here in Angkor Thom? Yes, I could of course tell you about that. And an important event surrounding Angkor Thom was the construction of Angkor Thom itself, and how it was constructed in the year 1177 CE. The temple, the city of Angkor Thom has many complexes and features such as moats, walls, and most importantly, the Bayon Temple. Wow, that is so cool. Can you tell me a little bit more? Of course. It took thousands of workers to build this city, including 16,000 Angkorians who live within the city walls. Oh, I see. It must be kind of a headache, though, to live in such a crowded city. People must have a hard time then moving around. Speaking of people, are the citizens of Angkor Thom really happy here? And if so, what is life like in Angkor Thom for them? As I mentioned when we last met, I wanted my subjects to like and respect me. In order for me to accomplish this, I gave people jobs with the state and provided them with over 300 home mounds, which allowed citizens to make life and to remain within the city itself. There are many jobs within the city, such as musicians and day laborers. In Angkor Thom, people would engage in social events such as participating in monthly festivals. The city also allows for many other activities as well. Within these activities, these individuals can have a lot of fun and participate in also the religious duties. This, of course, with the exception of the slaves. These slaves are considered by me and others to be barbarians who are uncivilized and do not know how to properly socialize with each other. This is a very interesting point you make, King Jayavarman VII. On the one hand, I understand how slaves could be an important asset in your society. However, I don't know how to feel about slavery myself. Princess Sita, my wife, was taken hostage by the evil king Ravana. I fortunately was able to rescue her with the help of my companion Hanuman, the monkey general. Oh, I understand what you're saying, Prince Rama, and that must have been difficult for you. I will consider what you have shared with me and will reconsider allowing slavery in Angkor. I appreciate you taking my feelings into consideration, King Jarvarman. Could you now talk to me about the culture of Angkor Thom? Of course, I would love to. One must understand the Bayon Temple to understand the culture of Angkor Thom. The Bayon Temple perfectly captures the culture of this city. This is reflected in how the temple has over 54 different structures and statues, with each structure having 4 faces. More specifically, these structures were towers. The most important aspect of the temple is, however, the fact that it symbolizes Mount Muru, the Hindu god of oh my words, I'm sorry, Prince Rama. Mount Muru is the home of the Hindu gods, not a god in itself. I apologize. But anyways, within this temple, people can take annual pilgrimages and fulfill their religious duties and admire the 439 niches that represent the Akhondachvina Bodhisattva. Specifically, they can explore the Terrace of Elephants, which perfectly displays the Bayon Temple in its entirety by being at a distance and allowing people to look at all the structures within the complex. Oh, what an incredible thing you have just said. I hope the people of Ayodhya practice more of their own religious duties. I hope one day, King Jarvan VII, we can once again meet in my own kingdom, Ayodhya. I would be honored to show you my homeland and tell you my own stories about it. Thank you, Prince Rama, and I would be honored to take you up on your offer. Safe travels to you, my dear friend. Safe travels to you also, my friend.